Okay, first off, who are you and where can we find you on the web?
We are fluther.com. That's F-L-U-T-H-E-R. You can find us at fluther.com.
Okay, and what are your names?
I'm Ben. This is Eric.
And what do you guys do at Fluther?
Well, we're doing basically everything. We wear many hats. It's a small company, so we get to do everything.
Okay, so tell me what Fluther is.
Fluther is a community question and answer site where you can ask questions about anything and the community gets to answer, and in a real live discussion format.
Okay, so you're basically, it's crowdsourced knowledge, right?
Exactly.
Someone puts up a question and maybe someone out there knows the answer.
Exactly. You need to know about how to get a new shoe design, and so someone knows about shoe design and they can help you find laces and soles, and you guys get connected.
Alright, so here's my first question, which is what makes you any different from something like Yahoo Answers, right? That's what I know. Why would I go to you guys as opposed to Yahoo Answers?
Well, there's three good reasons. Community, design, and technology. Our community is really smart and really interesting and really engaging, and we feel like it has a really special something. We're just a lot of people who are smart and cool, and if you ask an interesting question on Fluther, you'll get a really interesting response and get a lot of good opinions, and something that you won't see on most other places on the internet. We pride ourselves on our design and our energy, but more importantly, we have some really cool technologies. Not more importantly, but equally important, including matching questions to you. So, depending on what you know about, Fluther will send questions to you. So, for example, and the more you use the site, the more it learns what you know about. So we're actually connecting people with questions, and that's kind of a unique process.
Right, so it'll pick up your expertise. So I want to go back to the first thing that you noted about community. You said you have an interesting and very dynamic, smart community. How do you know this? Have you guys been able to track stats about how many people are using it and where they come from, demographics, things like that?
Well, yeah, I mean, it started just with our friends, so of course they're all very smart and
right. I'm your friends.
Exactly.
But they tell their friends, and we just sort of built a good culture, and we sort of enforce that in a way. There's a certain level of discourse that we enforce, and just make sure that people are giving really high quality answers to questions, and it's sort of self-reinforcing as well. Like once you establish a really strong community, if somebody comes in who's disruptive to that, they'll be shunned very quickly by the community and sort of silenced, not just organically by the community.
What's the potential that I'll put up a question and I just won't get an answer?
Depends on the question. If it's really obscure, you might not get an answer, but most of our questions get an answer in 10 or 20 minutes. So.
I was going to say, do you know what percentage of your questions all get answers? Or,
almost every question will
get an answer.
Get an answer. Yeah. I mean, we have very few unanswered questions.
Okay.
And if so, they're either stupid questions or just so obscure that they don't have an answer.
Okay. And how are you going about growing the community further?
Well, it's been growing really organically as it is. People like the site, they tell their friends about it, their friends join up. It grows. A lot of people discover us from just online searches through Google. We get a lot of traffic coming in from Google, and people like what they see, they like the culture, and so they join up. We're about to start implementing a lot more viral growth techniques where people are more easily able to invite their friends and more easily able to integrate with services like Twitter and Facebook and just blogs and all sorts of stuff. We sort of want to grow out a many-tentacled approach. For those of you who don't know, Fluther is also the word for a group of jellyfish, a fluther of jellyfish. So, that's our namesake, and so we use this idea of jellyfish throughout the site, and that's kind of important to our heritage.
Yeah, and we've been doubling in size just kind of by word of mouth, people telling their friends, every 2 or 3 months. So we're growing really fast right now, and almost faster than we can keep up with. So we're really excited by the growth.
Here's another question. How do you guys intend to make any money, or is you're just trying to get sold to Google or something like that, right? I mean, is there a business model here?
Yeah, well, business model is important to us. We're actually making money right now from our advertisements. And so our bank account is growing, but we're more and more interested in growth. And so there's lots of, it works really well to advertise on these sites because you ask a very specific question about how to make my own apple cider, and then when someone else browses, someone else asks the same question, 2 months later, it gets indexed in Google very quickly. The Fluther answer comes up very high. Those people can click in, and the advertisements are cider making kits. So it all works. So that part of it works really well. But we actually have our ambition set much higher at more innovative types of growth, more innovative types of businesses. And we think there's room for subscription models and acquisitions and just generally like kind of new stuff. And so we're happy that we're making money, but we're more interested in growth.
We're a really lean company too. Like it's just 3 of us right now. And I think for the number of users we have and sort of the size of the site, we've done a lot with sort of relatively meager resources. So.
All right. Well, what's something that you guys are sucking at right now? Maybe sucking is harsh, but what's something that you can definitely improve on?
We're working on. So one thing is just increasing our conversion rate. So many people find us just organically through Google, but then don't kind of sign up for the site, and so we think we have a real vector to bring in a lot of new users just who happen to stumble upon us, get their answer, but then we kind of want them to stay and answer other people's questions and really just sort of tell our story, like show them the value of helping other people and then having this great community to answer all your questions.
And that's definitely one of our most important priorities. We're also want to build out our API. One of the things about our community that we love is they're really creative. They're doing all sorts of projects using Fluther. They're making video sites. They're uploading photos to Flickr about like themselves wearing Fluther t-shirts. They're just writing books and then publishing the books and sharing with each other. And we've already had multiple developers in our community write really interesting add-on applications to Fluther, but without even us having an API. So we realize now how important it will be to make something that can spread it out a lot wider, and that's something that's really important to us too.
All right, 2 quick questions. One, when did you guys get started on this? How long has Fluther been around?
We launched almost exactly a year ago.
Yeah, about a year ago we launched, but it's been a very soft launch, and we've just been kind of growing organically and not focusing on marketing, but focusing on improving the product. So, and we've been working on it even about a year before that, kind of in the idea early phase where we were figuring stuff out. So.
And do you know what your general user stats are? Do you know how many users you have signed up?
Well, we do. Yeah, we're getting around 200,000 visitors to the site each month with about 10,000 members. But what's exciting us is how quickly it's growing. And for a long time, we were getting emails every few minutes that our server was operating in the red, and we finally have migrated that. So we think we can expand a lot more quickly now.
Okay, Fluther.com, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Check it out.
Thank you.